Hey guys, it's Miss D from the Allen County Public Library. I hope this video finds you happy and healthy, and welcome to week 4 of Teen Summer Reading. So today we are going to be making bookshelf ends with endangered or extinct animals. So this is my example of what we're going to be making today. And I have a cute little, I think it's a T-Rex. Now mine's not glued down, that way I can put this back in the box for you guys to choose if you want it. But this is a cute little bookend that you can use on your bookshelf to hold your books up. All right, and we're gonna be making it out of cardboard. So if you picked up a kit from the library, you're going to have 24 pieces of cardboard like this in it. And you use 12 of them to make one side of the bookshelf. You'll use 12 to make the other side of the bookend. You will also have some strips that are thin and small, and they're going to be the edge to your book. So our bookend actually looks like books. And you will have a paintbrush in there, and when you come up to get your bag, you can pick out 2 colors and they'll squirt them in some plastic cups for you that come with lids. And then you'll have a nice tan color that's gonna make the pages of your book. All right, and we also have, besides dinosaurs, I've got some like zoo animals that you can choose from when you come up to pick up your kit. All right, let's get started. All right, so to begin making your bookshelf, we're gonna start with one book at a time. Now, if you get a piece of cardboard that's really wavy like this, you can hot glue it in the middle and you'll never know that there was a piece of cardboard that was crooked. All right, so for this, you're going to need either a hot glue gun or you can use regular glue, but you're gonna have to allow for drying time. So this is a pretty simple project. You're just gonna start by putting some hot glue in the 4 corners, some in the middle. You're gonna lay your next piece of cardboard on top. I like to make sure they fit nice and even together. Press it down and then continue with your cardboard book sandwich. Now it will take a few glue sticks, so have some ready. That way if you run out, you've got spares. But you will just continue to add your glue to all the corners. And then a dot in the middle, and then add your next piece of cardboard. So I'm going to continue doing this until I have both of my stacks made. All right, so I already have my 2 stacks of 6 together. So this will create one bookshelf end. So you'll need to do this process twice to get both bookshelf ends. All right. So on this next part, you need to make sure that when you're gluing these strips onto the edge of your books, that you're picking the side that's going to face away or towards like the wall that you won't really see. So I'm just making sure this will be facing on the back. Another important thing is if you don't have a hot glue gun, you can still use liquid glue for this. It's just gonna give you a much longer drying time, but it will still work just fine. All right, I'm gonna glue these little strips on and come back, and I'm gonna put some hot glue on this edge and put it together and have my bookend ready to paint. All right, so to glue the edges on, you're just gonna run a nice strip of glue all the way down your strip of cardboard, and then just press it to the side of your cardboard book, and then your edge will be covered and they'll be ready to glue together right here. All right, so to piece them together, you're just going to put a lot of glue on one end like that, and then smush them together. Now make sure when you're doing this that they're going to be the opposite way that you made the first set. That way, when they come together and they're holding your books up, you've got the pages of the books facing out, because it's gonna look nicer. All right, I'll be back. So before we begin painting, I wanna show you a neat trick I did. So you can see that on this one, it had all kinds of holes and edges, and I tried painting it that way and it just didn't look nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna apply some hot glue to the top of this and smooth it down with you should have a spare piece of cardboard in there that you can use as a scraper. But we're gonna put some hot glue, smooth it down. That way when it's painted, it looks nicer and you don't have all those little holes from the cardboard in there. So you're just gonna apply a lot of glue to the very top of your book. And then take the piece of cardboard and scrape it across, and it's gonna fill in those little holes and make it where you can paint it much, much easier. And I can see that it did not cover all the holes in a couple spots. So I'm gonna put a little more glue down and get those holes filled in. Now, if you get some glue on like the edges of your book, you can always take scissors and trim it off, or pick it while it's not quite cool all the way. But don't burn yourself, be very careful because this glue is hot. So I'm gonna cover the edges on this side and then come back and we will paint our books. All right, so to start painting, I'm going to start with the pages of the book. That way, when I come back with the book cover colors, I can do the edges and it's gonna look really nice. So I just apply the tan to the edges like so. And I just run the paintbrush back and forth. That way it fills in all the little holes that may be left, or the bumpiness of the hot glue. And then you'll just take your paint and smear it into the pages of the book. I really quite enjoy this process, and I put a pretty good glob of paint on the brush. That way it smears in really well to help coat the cardboard. All right, I'm gonna finish painting the pages and come back and we will start painting the cover of the book. All right, so I have my pages painted of the book and I'm going to begin painting the actual book cover. So since I did pink for the book laying down on this one, I'm gonna do blue for the book laying down on this side. And you're just gonna get your paintbrush and begin painting. And just completely cover it in a good coat of paint. You might have to do 2 coats of paint, let it dry once and then add another coat. And then don't forget to paint the spine right here. All right, I'll come back when I get them painted. All right, after you get your book painted and it has dried, you can put glue on the feet of your animal and attach them to your bookends. Now, I'm not really gonna attach these because I'm gonna put these animals back in the box for you guys to pick if you want them. But they make some really neat looking little bookends. And it's a cute project, great way to recycle cardboard. We get a lot of cardboard when we get our book shipments, and this is a great way to use those big pieces of cardboard that we get in there. Hey everybody, I hope you have enjoyed making this craft with us. Don't forget to come by and pick up a craft kit so you can create this at home. Next week we will be making pipe cleaner animals. So we will be using pipe cleaners to make animals. These animals can be attached to pencils or other small similar items. Stay tuned. I'll be emailing you more information about that. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the weather. I was hoping to do that one in person on the porch, but right now, next Friday has thunderstorms in the forecast. So we'll have to wait and see, but I will see you next week. Have a great week.